Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Stranger Things Season 5, Episode 3. So, here we are continuing on. Last episode was great. That sequence in the beginning was, like, just fantastic, when they were going after, uh, the Wheeler family and everything. I mean, sad what happened to the Wheeler family, for sure, but the sequence was just... I genuinely expected to like come in, have Holly be like taken and then be gone, and have the parents like see the parents like freaking out and crying and being like, "Where'd our daughter go? Where'd our daughter go?" You know, or something like that. And I think that could have been a pretty powerful scene too. But having just all of them trying to fight it off or run or whatnot was fantastic. But we also have like the imaginary friend being real, which, you know, in a show like this, I'm pretty sure we were all pretty sure that it was real. But bringing back, well, I say bringing back, I'm pretty sure he's the guy that's in the Vecna suit, but the actor that plays Henry is fantastic, so I love seeing him outside of the suit, coming back as like a figment of Holly's imagination. Or not a figment, but you know what I mean, like him coming to her in her imagination. um it's really cool to see that actor again. And yeah, we had her being like brought to the house, but it was in like good repair. It wasn't all broken down. So like, is she actually physically there, but she's seeing it as, I don't know. I don't know if she's like physically there, but she's seeing it as all like cleaned up and nice. And when did that take place too? Was that like, I wasn't sure if that was going on like right now, or was that like one of the other visions she had? I feel like it was right now, because I feel like she never said she went somewhere with her imaginary friend. She just saw him, right? That actually makes more sense. I think that answers it for me. Um, we have this flesh wall in the upside down. 11 is there now. She met up with Hopper, and they're looking around, and they found just a giant wall, and we think that's what's stopping her from seeing people while they're there, is the fact that they get on the other side of this wall and somehow it protects them. Is it a wall, or is it like, does it have a roof and like another side? Is it like completely enclosed, or is it just like, you know, is something just on the, I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited to watch more, guys. Let's jump into it and see if we get any answers this episode or just more mysteries. We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. All right. Oh, they're just stabbing the wall. Oh, she is making much more progress than he is. Doesn't look like he's gone anywhere. Oh, it's like healing faster than she can rip it. Seems like it's that way for Hopper, too. That's crazy. Ugh. So bulbous. Hmm. Eating helps her, like, recharge a little bit. Beef jerky. throws it at him. They're not Eggos, though. Uh-oh. Sounded like a motor almost, but... Oh, yep, okay. Military. Do they know about the wall? Oh, shit. Wow, they can, like, stun her. Damn, okay. Huh. How did they learn maybe records from Brenner or something? Oh, shit. Of course she did. We should have left a note. He gonna get mad? Okay, so he saw that much. So, I might need to rewatch that episode. When we saw that scene of Vecna and Holly, or Henry and Holly, was Will seeing that scene too? Or was that after? Isn't that when he said that he was going to take more kids? Which is how he would have found that out? I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Another kid being... Oh boy. That's not creepy at all. It's crazy how, like, things can, like, to kids can not seem creepy at all. They can be like, oh, cool, or oh, you're awesome, or whatever. But to an adult, you look at it and you're just like, ew. I'm not so sure about that. Just like lurking in the corner of the room, like, red flag number one. Like, why isn't anyone else seeing them? But I guess everyone just tells you, oh, it's just your imaginary friend. The turnbow, turnbow trap? Turnbow? All the pancakes. Okay, so this is after for sure. Hmm. Damn. Hmm. So is he? Oh, that was the one that was kind of bullying her a little bit too, right? Hmm. Man, I hope that's either imaginary food or like she's not actually eating anything. I hope she's not in the upside down eating like goop or something. Hmm. Interesting. I wonder if this mental landscape only goes to the forest. If she goes to the forest, maybe she. Hmm. The crazy thing is music is how you normally escape, and he's freely giving her music too. That's almost like a. It's almost like a declaration of war of like I've overcome that weakness or something. I'm not sure. Hmm. Creepy. I imagine like the other side of this, like she's gonna hit this flesh wall or something. I imagine Hopper grabbed her and ran. They use Freak as a code name for her. Dude's just gonna go pee on the wall. Damn, is it still getting her? So is it like I thought it might have been like a directional cone. Uh-oh. Oh no, his knife. Hmm. So yeah, they knew about the wall. I wonder if they've tried to go. Oh no. That's not good. Man, if only we could get their help. Air cover? Do they have a helicopter in here? We might have seen it and I missed it. Maybe take out the guy manning the machine if you can't. Oh, shit. Yeah. Damn. Or, like, shoot the shit out of the machine. Maybe bullets will break it. Maybe he doesn't even know it's coming from that. I don't know. Oh, shit. That's right, we got grenades from Murray. God damn. That was pretty sick. Yes, that's where to shoot. Okay, is she instantly better, or is it a recovery? Okay. Nope, she's good. Damn. They reported it though, guys. You gotta get out of there. Can you take a Humvee though? I don't know if they have a way to track it. I do like the idea of them having a radio station and like using that to send codes, and then like their antenna vehicle doesn't seem super weird because they have, you know, it's tied to a radio station, so still saying that. Oh, hmm. God damn it. That's crazy. Hmm. We're gonna kidnap and blindfold a kid. Using the words that he used, that's nice. Oh. Hmm. From her girlfriend. Tracker. Okay. Wait. The first plan was to, like, bring him to a field. Oh, where Vecna doesn't know where he is, so they couldn't get him. I see, never mind. I don't know why my brain right away went to, like, uh, went to the idea that they would fight the Demogorgon in, like, an open field of their, like, choice away from, like, other casualties or anything. But no, they were just trying to make sure that... Oh. Uh-oh. Is she gonna piss off Henry by, like, putting something on that reminds him of the past? Oh. And then maybe she'll see, like, a hint of the real him. Uh-oh. Damn. That's creepy. What is that? Is he gonna be gone when she opens the door? Huh. Uh-oh. Is there more mail? What is this? Is she being, like, lured out into the woods? Mm-mm-mm. I mean, maybe this is a good thing? I don't know. I mean, if she's getting away from Henry, is that a good thing? Or is Henry actually saving people from something? But he said never to go. Yeah, they just have helicopters in here. Damn. That's crazy. Oh, he mad. Oh, don't go hunting the wrong people. No, I mean, obviously from his side, he thinks he's doing what's right. Probably. I imagine. I just hate people that think they know they're right without all the facts, and then when people that have been in the shit, like Dr. Owens, just ignore him and, oh, I know better. Oh, they took, one of the soldiers? Yeah, okay. Hmm. I mean, she keeps stressing the king on it. She might be able to go into his mind, invade like a good memory or something. Kind of like how she did to Billy. Hey, our teacher. They suck. Hmm. Mentioning time again. Is for some reason Erica gonna be tight with the Turnbow family? Oh. Oh no. She literally timed them. There you go. We have a way to piss off Tina. Twinkies. Look at that old Twinkie packaging. It's fake. Oh my god. Oh no. That sucks. Whose room are we in? Or is this like a break room? It was like a sink. There's not usually a sink in a hospital room, right? I like the scene of her like working out there while they're talking. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, oh damn. Man, they have. Did they in the 80s? Did they have like medicine cabinets in the patient's rooms? That's kind of crazy. At least I've never seen a hospital like that around here, if it still exists. 80s were a different time. Oh god. I love Murray. Man, look at that carpet in that van. Beautiful. Reducing the weight. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no, is he gonna... He's... Oh no. He's gonna take parts from the other car. Oh, they're gonna use this car. That's what he's doing. This is kind of fucked up. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up to do to someone's car, man. Are they? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Your plan is to Oh my god, they're gonna actually... Well, I hope they have more than one. Jesus, what if it just breaks? Murray's looks like it has weight to it, but Jonathan's does not really look like it has weight to it. Looks like it's filled with, like, fluff or something. Actually, I could be wrong, but that previous scene, Murray's looked a little bit more fluffy, whereas this one looks more like curved around his shoulder, too. Sorry. See? Like, doesn't that right there look less, like, mashed around his shoulder? Yeah, it's, like, way less. Interesting. Just probably the timing of how they shot the scenes and stuff like that. I hate that she's probably going to be right and it's going to work. Oh, shit. Well, I'm a little worried about that. He's gonna try to reverse psychology him in a way. Oh, maybe not. I was gonna be like, oh, you're useless. You serve no purpose. And he was gonna be like, oh no, I'm special, you know. But hmm. Hmm. Oh. Interesting. Ooh. Reading mine. Oh shit. Hmm. I mean, when does it make okay. Hmm. Okay. That's creepy. So who is Dr. K? More important than I thought she was. Is it gonna be somehow protected from her, maybe? Maybe not? I've I have a feeling it's protected using the same stuff that hmm. What if it's 8, maybe? Yep, it's that same shit. Hmm. Yo, she can use her powers in his mind. Oh, that's gonna fuck his brain up, isn't it? Huh. He might really not know, and she's trying to force something he doesn't know. Did she see? Oh. 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 Interesting. So is he like projecting his mind to try to like hmm somehow use people to like free him in some way? I wonder how. Yeah, that reminds me of the cloak of the figure she's wearing, or she has. Hmm. Well, I'm really curious about what's going on in this like mindscape. I mean, obviously it said wall, so it seems like whatever this is like on the other side of it. Oh, well, I think I've seen that actress. Damn. Jesus. Oh my god. They have the sleeping pills in the pie. They're just gonna hope the whole family eats the pie. Okay, well, at least they let her in, so maybe it's not in the pie. I don't know. Or it is. And she's just gonna make sure. Jesus. Okay, it's in the pie. Well, seems like a decent chunk of pie. Hmm. Pretending to eat it. Don't say it at home. Oh my god, I thought she was gonna be a good mom for a second. Well, Does she have a... It must be the mom's, okay. Like, does she have a cup of wine in front of her? Uh-oh. I hope he doesn't, like, fall into something bad. Like, hurt himself. Alcohol intake, right? She about to choke a bitch out. Oh my god! Backup plan? That's so not good because she's probably gonna wake up and know that that happened now. Like, the parents might not figure it out, right? They might not put two and two together. That it was, like, her pie, but... Just load them all in the van. Alright. Let's make us a trap room. Or are they, like... Are they marking where the rug went so they can put it back, like, exactly where it was before? I was gonna say it, but I... I forgot to talk about it. They, when they got the water balloons, I was too busy listening to Murray talk. Oh, shit. Nice. I was gonna say, I imagine they're gonna fill the water balloons with, like, lighter fluid or something, you know? Like, gas or anything that's, like, flammable. We're gonna chainsaw this motherfucker? Oh, no, they're cutting the floor open. I thought we were gonna use the chainsaw on the Demogorgon. Oh my god! Well, they seem like assholes anyway. Just make a pitfall? Is that what that was? Are they gonna try to put, like, the rug back so it thinks it's the floor? Oh my god. I genuinely don't think that would actually work, shooting one of those things out of a shotgun. It looks so much bigger on that car. She just looks so nervous. Aw, he's such a good kid. I mean, he kind of had a right to say some of this stuff, like, she super babying him, you know? And I get it with everything that's happened, but I'm gonna open a can of sparkling water. That's sad though. I don't know that I knew it was that long until she realized. Yeah, I hear you. Just stop talking. Okay. Damn, they have a barbed wire shovel now? Evolution of the bat. Is it an evolution or is that a downgrade? I feel like it's a downgrade. Alright. Damn. Yeah, even if you're prepared, you're still not prepared. Is this the same one again? I mean, I guess the upside down heals. This is what the dummy was for, yeah. Alright, hits the tripwire. I hope that was part of the plan. Nice. Oh. Oh, it's for the hands. That's what the shovel's for. Or, okay, or just to beat it over the head until it falls into a pit of barbed wire. Get the tracker on it. Gotta hope you don't burn the tracker. Can, I mean, I guess withstand harsh conditions. They did say it. Damn, that thing jumped. Mike's just fighting it off with a damn shot. Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh, Jesus, it can rip a hole quick. Okay, now they gotta follow it. Oh my god. That's kind of scary. That actually got me at like a tiny, tiny bit. Alright. Oh my god! Fuck roads. Jesus. Hmm. Well, did we literally go right back to the road that we went through? Like, we didn't have to do that in the first place? Hmm. Interesting. So yeah, why did it go there and then, like, change direction? Did it, like, reach the wall and have to go around it or something? Uh-oh, did he see? Oh, no. Oh, shit. Well, damn. Plan. I mean, the whole point was to find the hideout, right? Plan failed. Other than, I mean, I guess the tracker is still in it. If it does take Derek, then the plan could still work, but you have to give up the kid. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like the map overlaid on the screen. Makes me feel like I'm playing Path of Exile. With my map over my character while I run. Scorpions. Huh. Well, is this the flesh wall, but the just made to look somewhat real? I don't understand who's giving the directions. There's a tunnel through. Hmm. Oh shit! What was it? Uh-oh. I mean, there's clearly someone running, but who? Hmm. Patched up jeans. What? Max! What? Duh! Well, I guess it answered a question. I wanted it to answer a question. What? Alright, that is it, guys, for episode 3. Okay, that's kind of cool. So, we know that they're physically being taken somewhere, but they're clearly in some kind of mental landscape. So I guess they don't have to be physically taken to be brought to this mental landscape, maybe, because if Max's body is in like the hospital, but her mind seems to be in this mental landscape. So I don't know. I'm really curious to see how that works, because if he is able to bring them here without taking their bodies, unless maybe like Max is an anomaly, maybe like he does need the body for something too, like not just the mind but also the body, and that's why he took Holly and is trying to take Derek in the same way. That's all I can think of. And Max is like an anomaly here where he can't really use Max, but maybe he can't necessarily get rid of Max either. So Max is the one that left directions and information to Holly. And I really wonder when Henry said not to go to the wall, is that because he knows that Max is out there and he doesn't want Holly to find Max? Or does it mean that, does he just know the wall is out there and he doesn't want her, like, finding her way out of the wall, you know? I just wonder if Vecna is aware of Max being there. But, yeah, cool. I love it. I wasn't sure what their plan was for Max. I wasn't sure if they were just gonna have it be like a tragic thing where she's in the, hospital forever, or if it was gonna be like, because they could have it, they could easily. I talked about this at the end of episode 1, maybe, or maybe it was episode 2. I'm not sure. But yeah, like, they could easily it just be this tragic thing where, like, yeah, we talk to Max every now and then, and like it never really comes of anything. But I wonder if there is a way to get. I guess we still could have Max be in this mental landscape, and we could still like fully lose Max by the end of this. Like, her mind can't get back to her body, but she does whatever she can to like help everybody, and then maybe she like fully like dies at the end or something when everything's like wrapped up. I don't know. It's a very dark and sad thing to think about. For a happy ending, I would much prefer, her mind gets back to her body and she wakes up and happily ever after, but not always the case. So, but anyway, with that being said, we also have the situation with Vecna supposedly being held by by the military. And if so, if they have Vecna or Henry, I wonder why they so desperately want 11. Like, are they just trying to collect all the powered people so they don't have to worry about them anymore? Is it just part of their research? Also, I didn't realize it seems like Dr. K is in charge. I didn't get that vibe before. Before, it kind of felt like Dr. K was just working for the military and just like was a doctor trying to figure things out for Sullivan. But this episode, they pretty much came out and said that Sullivan and the rest of the military is following orders from Dr. K. So we have another doctor that seems to be in charge. I wonder if this is like, which immediately gives me like bad vibes, right? Like, I don't feel like she's gonna be like a good guy. Now, that'd be nice if it surprises me, but yeah, so if Vecna is captured, I wonder if the reason he's doing what he's doing with like collecting kids and stuff is that somehow gonna be a way to save himself from the military's control. And if so, I can't really think of like how. Like we've had him use sacrifices before to break like holes from the upside down into, you know, the regular world and stuff. So is he somehow trying to do that, or is he trying to? I don't know, because he said he's going to be bringing like a bunch of kids here. He also said to Holly that when they wake up, your parents will come here too. So I don't know if he's like, is he? And he said like this world is much safer than the other. Like I just wonder how much is deceiving and how much is potentially real from Vecna. You know, like what if Vecna does have this twisted sense of like, you know, I can take you away from the evil world out there with these like scientists that want to experiment on you and things like that and give you like a safe place here. I can't imagine that's what he's trying to do. So, especially with like the way he was as he like grew up and his philosophies on humanity and stuff. So, I don't know. I'm really curious. I I just I'm so into this. I didn't even mention this before, but it had only been a couple days since I watched I think it's only been like 3 or 4 days since I watched the episode 2. Normally with most shows I just do one episode a week unless I'm trying to get ahead for some reason, but I'm just so into this that I just want to record more. Like I already want to do another episode tomorrow, but I'm probably not gonna. Um, so yeah, it's I'm really into it. So something I don't know that we knew before is that Elle can recharge like her powers via eating. I feel like that's like maybe a new development, or maybe just something that she realized, or maybe it's not even like too crazy of recharging. Maybe it just helps, you know. But it seems like she burns maybe calories in some way to use her powers, so she needs to recoup on that, which is interesting. We also had the like vehicle, which I assumed that was going to be like something like that. Like they had that on the top of the vehicle for some reason, which I guess if they have Vecna, maybe that's how they know that these certain like radio waves work. Maybe they've been testing a bunch of different things to see what affects him, and they because that was my question: is how did they get this like radio dish thing that emits some kind of signal that works on L? Like we've never seen that in the show before. We've never seen Brenner use that on anyone. So, like, even if they had information from Brenner's lab, maybe he did know, but he just never actually used it. I'm not sure, but um, they didn't they have like didn't they have like collars that either negated their powers or like subdued them in some way? Didn't we see that when in like the L flashbacks when she was a kid and we saw that like number 2 or whatever that asshole kid was had to have like that collar on or something, or maybe they had a collar on her when she was, I feel like we saw some kind of collar that like nullified powers. I wonder if maybe that emitted some kind of like frequency like that, and that's where they got the info. But I don't know. Either way, even if we never find out, which we probably won't, we can chalk it up to they've had Vecna for this whole time, and ever since like the end of season 4, and they're just experimenting on him, you know. But they also managed to contain him, I guess, too. So yeah, I'm really fascinated to learn more about that. Now we know that the facility, well, I guess that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say originally when the Demogorgon was running away, and I was like, I wonder if it's gonna take us to that street that Hopper said when they were like fiddling through that soldier's mind and trying to find out where Dr. K was, and they got like an address for that base. I was wondering if that's where like the Demogorgon was going to go back to, but it doesn't make sense that the Demogorgon would go back there. That's not Vecna's hideout. So I guess if everything that's been like assumed is true, if Vecna is being held there, then I imagine the Demogorgon isn't going to be going back to where Vecna is, right? So, but anyway, it's probably going to be going to wherever Vecna has some kind of control, which is also crazy too. I don't know. It's wild what Vecna is like doing with his powers right now. Just if this is like a crazy mental landscape that he's created, it makes me wonder if it's somehow like we know that like the Hawkins in the Upside Down was formed at some point when like a certain gate was open, right? I wonder if that was somehow formed through like whoever opened the gate's mind, and like maybe like it was like twisted in that way. I don't know. I'm just trying to think, like, I wonder if the way that Hawkins was snapshotted into the Upside Down, I wonder if that's what he, like, if he found another way to do that, and that's what's on the other side of the wall, right? Like, what if the Upside Down is just this, like, mental landscape where these powered people can make, like, little pocket dimensions of, like, different things that they imagine? And like, wouldn't that be crazy if you just like break down that wall and it's like it's just where Holly is, just like this nice greenery and beautiful place, you know? And like the Upside Down isn't that like evil anymore. That's kind of crazy to think about, but that'd be kind of cool too. But anyway, um, so it's also crazy how Will was describing his vision where he was seeing through Derek, but he could somehow tell that he was seeing through Vecna's eyes, who is seeing through Derek's eyes, you know? It's like, I don't know how he could tell that, but I guess in some way he was just able to feel it. We also had the teacher teaching about like black holes and time and stuff. I wonder if, and then we keep having these like little time references and stuff like that. So I mean, if any show goes on long enough, it eventually leads into time travel. So I wonder if there is going to be any kind of like time travel sort of shenanigans, you know. And we did show a flashback to uh the way like Will got affected and things like that. I just and they brought in like a new Will actor and all that for that scene, and it's like, is, you know, I was just trying to think like, if we were gonna do a time travel sort of thing, where would we go in time? And would it be possible that we like stop Vecna by going back in time and stopping Will's initial like getting like possessed, and maybe that somehow like butterfly effects into like fixing things, and that's why we brought in like this new actor for Will, so we can like bring him back in a future episode to when they like go back in time to have him be the one they go and like save or something. It's a bullshit crazy theory. Honestly, I kind of hope we don't get into time travel. I'm just really worried because they've like really brought in like so much like little, you know, the book that's called A Wrinkle in Time, black holes talking about like affecting time. They played Sandman, and the first thing I thought of was like Sands of Time, you know, and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm not. Time travel needs to be done so well to make it like, it's so easy to poke holes in time travel, right? Well, like, because you so easily create like bootstrap paradoxes and and stuff like that, where it's like, well, if you go back in time and stop that, then it never happens in the first place, which means you never develop. Like, let's say they somehow save the world and stop Vecna and everything by going back and saving Will or something. Like, if that were to happen, you could say, like, well, if Will never got taken, then they would have never needed to figure out how to develop or, like, how to, like, use the time travel to go stop it, right, in the first place. So then it ends up being a bootstrap paradox. But we'll see. I'm not going to talk too much more about that because that's just a bullshit theory that probably isn't even true anyway. So, but, I like the little conversation, like, the several conversations with Will and his mom. I like how Will kind of stood up for himself because, you know, like, yes, I know a lot happened, and I know she, like, her kid went missing and especially later on in the episode when we have a little bit more context about how she's feeling. But a lot happened with her kid, and she's worried and scared and everything. But she is, like, super babying him where he can't, like, almost can't do anything without her, you know? And as a kid, I can imagine being extremely frustrated by that. So I understand his, like, little blow up. But I love how he's such a good kid that, like, he apologized for it and was like, I should have never talked to you that way. There's a lot of kids that don't come to that realization, or maybe they do, but they don't have, like, the I don't know, the mental faculties or whatnot to actually make a, like, to make that kind of move to go and, like, apologize, or, like, I have nothing to apologize for. I don't know. It was just a really nice little moment. But then having Joyce talk about how when he originally went missing back in season 1, how she didn't realize he was missing for 8 hours, and that's crazy to think about. And I really like that little moment because, one, I didn't realize that it was so long. Maybe they mention it in season 1, but it's like a little detail that it's like it doesn't really matter, like, how long you spend, like, in the moment. So much else was going on when I initially watched season 1 that I just didn't think about it, you know. But or we're just learning the detail now, and that's fine too. But yeah, it was just it really, like, hit me a bit with hearing how she felt that way. And now that's why she's being, like, not just being scared that the same thing will happen to her kid again, but she's being overprotective because she also feels guilty about that, where, like, she doesn't want to go another, like, 8 hours of her son being missing before she realizes, kind of thing. So she is trying to be on top of him all the time, so that way she doesn't make the same mistake twice. Very cool. And sad, but also kind of endearing to her character, even though I already saw, like, without that explanation, I already saw from her point of view why she's so, like, you know, possessive of him. If I lost my kid at some point, I actually, you know, it's kind of crazy. Now, these are just memories from a long, long time ago. And I don't know if, like, my memory is skewed from, like, being a kid and making assumptions, or maybe the friend not telling the whole truth or whatever. But I actually had a friend back when I was, like, God, I was probably like 9 or 10. And she was a neighbor that lived a few houses down in where I used to live. And I would always go over and hang out, but she was never allowed to, like, leave and, like, come over to our house or anything. Like, and from what I remember anyway, I think their other kid, like, went missing at one point, and because of that, they were, like, very protective of their other 2 kids. I think they ended up finding him and everything, but they were very protective of their other 2 kids. That's how I remember the story in my head. Like I said, it could be complete bullshit. I don't know. Because, you know, memories get skewed over time, and I don't know that I got the full story when I was young anyway. But I just remember thinking that their parents were like super overprotective because one of their kids went missing at one point and stuff like that. So the poor girl wasn't able to like, we'd all go to like the park to play and she wasn't allowed to go. She was never able to like go over friends' houses or anything. She was only ever allowed to have friends come over there and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, it just kind of triggered my memory when I was talking about Joyce and Will's situation. Really, really interesting. So it felt pretty. Maybe that's why it felt like a little real to me, because I experienced a family like that when I was younger. So anyway, yeah, I wonder if that soldier's dead. The one like when she like broke open that wall and was like, they have Vecna there, like did she actually see Vecna? Or is she just assuming that, hey, there's a powered person that wants to keep me out? Like, is that... I'm just really curious how that is. Wouldn't it be crazy if, like... I mean, there's no way they see Vecna and they say, like, oh, this person is probably a good guy and L is the bad guy, right? Like, there's no shot. Like, I was gonna say, like, what if Vecna is sitting behind there, like, in his, like, super viney, like, nasty look and just, like, sipping tea and be like, yes, L is the bad guy. And they're just like, I believe you. We have to go hunt L down. And, like, he's somehow working with the military. But no, I imagine he's, like, a prisoner there. So, anyway. Yeah. I'm just eager to watch more. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description. Oh, well, I keep doing this. That's just instinct. I'm used to doing the Patreon thing. I haven't been releasing these to Patreon. I'm either releasing them as I watch them, or I might, if I start watching a lot more, I might start releasing them. I usually do one a week, but I might start doing them quicker if I keep watching them at this pace that I've been doing. So, there's not much on my Patreon. I mean, there's still early access for other shows that I do, but those are kind of dwindling. So I talked before about how I'm, after I finish up a few more shows, I won't be doing any more reactions and stuff, so don't worry about the Patreon stuff. But you can still hit subscribe and keep an eye on the channel in case I, start things back up or start a new channel to do reactions in a different way. I'm still not sure what I'm doing. So far, I've just been focusing mostly on Twitch streaming and making gaming YouTube content rather than reaction stuff, because it's so much easier than trying to edit the stuff to have the episode in the YouTube video without having like copyright issues like crazy and things like that. And because of that's why I do the format that I do and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah. Without going into too much, I've talked about that a lot of why I do things the way I do and all that. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.